Welcome to Station 151, a Pale Matter podcast production and proud member of the Realm Podcast Network. As an independent podcast, listener support means a great deal to us. If you like what you're hearing, please follow, like, rate, and share us, and then come hang out with us over on Discord. If you love what you're hearing, check out our Patreon, where our dedicated fans help us produce new episodes, develop new seasons, and receive exclusive rewards in return, including early and ad-free releases of episodes. To find our Patreon or join our Discord community, simply check the episode description for links or visit our website at www.station151.com. Warning: Station 151 is a science fiction and horror audio drama intended for mature audiences only. Please see episode descriptions for content warnings. Listener discretion is advised.
It's okay, boy. We're gonna fix up that wound. Just gonna set you down for a second. Where the hell is the antiseptic? Astrid, are you there?
I'm here.
Do you see any kind of a first aid kit in the station inventory?
There should be some first aid supplies in the medicine cabinet.
Where is that?
Behind the mirror.
Right, thanks. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, buddy. We're gonna go into the bathroom and we're gonna rinse that wound, okay? All right, come here. And here we go.
How's Buzz doing?
He's hanging in there.
Good. And you?
How am I doing?
Yes. I lost connection to the earwig after that creature started pounding on the snowcat. Then the next thing I know, you're out in the wilderness with Richard Johns, asking for directions back to the station. What happened out there?
I have no idea. Like you said, I was in the snowcat, trying to get it started, and suddenly, Speg was pounding on the doors and the windows.
Wait, Speg? Are you sure it was Speg?
Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry, Buzz. I'm going to set you down here on the counter. All right, hold still. I need to rinse the wound. He was pounding on the doors and the windows, and Buzz was going absolutely nuts. I thought I was a dead man. Then I heard this piercing noise in my ears, and everything went down. The next thing I know, I'm outside, and Richard fucking Johns is standing over me with a rifle.
And Speg? Where was he?
Richard scared him off, I guess. I mean, we could hear him out in the distance, though, howling and shit.
You're lucky Richard came along when he did. How on earth did he find you?
I have no idea. Well, he gave me some bullshit story about doing photography in the area for a client. He said that he saw the pod crash and then he flew over to investigate.
You don't believe him? Aerial photography is very common in Antarctica.
Astrid, this is the guy who forced me to put in the earwig and then just left me on the ice after I passed out. He just flew away. And then 24 hours later, I see him tampering with my array. Who knows what's up with this guy? Oh, God. Sorry, Buzz. Sorry. Almost done, buddy.
Okay, so you woke up outside of the snowcat with no memory of anything that transpired?
I don't even know how long I was out.
Data shows that you were unconscious for 1 hour and 57 minutes.
What?
You were out for nearly 2 hours. And I can only assume that Richard showed up a few moments before you regained consciousness. So you were likely alone with Speg for the majority of that time.
I thought I was only out for a couple of minutes.
How do you feel? Are you injured, or?
It's hard to tell anymore. I felt like shit for days. I've got a migraine, and my neck is absolutely killing me.
Like you slept on it wrong?
More like I got stabbed in the base of the skull.
That's not good. Who knows what that thing did to you out there? You should see a doctor.
Yeah, well, I think I killed the only doctor around here who makes house calls. I'm pretty sore from the crash, too.
Crash? What crash?
After we took off, Speg shot a missile at our helicopter and blew us out of the sky.
Oh my god. How are you even alive?
Dumb luck, I guess.
You have no shortage of that, that's for sure.
Yeah, thanks. All right, Buzz. Time to sterilize. This may sting a bit. Sorry, buddy. I got out relatively unscathed, but Richard didn't fare so well. He's in the other room right now trying to sew up his arm.
That's awful.
Yeah, well, as soon as he's done, I'm kicking him out.
Why? Why would you do that?
Like I said, I don't trust him.
Wayne, don't jump to conclusions. The Telders Corporation hired Richard for a reason. I assume having you install the earwig and leaving you outside the station was exactly what he was paid to do.
That doesn't explain why he was screwing around with my array the very next day.
No, but maybe he has too much time on his hands. Station 151 is probably quite the curiosity for the locals. Perhaps he's too nosy for his own good.
I think it's more than that.
Maybe, maybe not. But he did just save your life. If I were you, I'd be more concerned about Speg.
I don't really want to think about that right now.
Why not?
Because I have shit to do. Once Richard is gone, I've still got to find a way out of here. And preferably before Telders sends a team down here wondering why they haven't heard from Dr. Alfieri.
Speg may be a far greater threat than that. Don't you remember what Maxim said?
What part?
Let me play it back for you.
To anyone listening, the transgenic fish humanoid known as Speg is violent and unpredictable. If any civilians encounter him, do not approach. Do not engage. Furthermore, as acting captain of his host ship, the Shinkai Maru 5, I authorize any lawful security or military personnel to incarcerate or dissolve Speg on site with prejudice.
All right, so, what's your point?
What's my point? Have you forgotten the definition of the words violent and unpredictable?
No, I just...
What?
I heard something in the helicopter that...
That what? What did you hear?
Nothing, just forget it. Look, I think I'm just exhausted.
Wayne, if there's something you're not telling me...
I said, I'm just tired. I haven't slept for God knows how long.
You have been through a lot, I know. But please remember that you don't have to hide anything from me. If you want to talk later, I'd be happy to listen.
Yeah, all right.
And I hate to say it, but if you're looking to get out of here, Richard is probably your best bet. He may have made some poor decisions, but I suggest that you put your feelings aside and work with him to find a way out of this mess.
Or I could just wait until the Telders army shows up and go out in a hail of gunfire.
No. You have a life to return to. What about Yumi? She hasn't heard from you in weeks. I can only imagine how worried she must be.
You know, I am never going to see Yumi again.
Why do you say that?
Maybe because I committed about 100 federal computer crimes, and I murdered Dr. Alfieri?
That was self-defense.
I'll never prove that. Shit! Even if I do get out of here, I'll probably spend the rest of my life in jail.
We can think of something.
You know, I hate to say it, Astrid, but when Telders engineers get here, they're probably going to delete your partition the second they figure out what happened.
Oh, they are not gonna find me.
Why not?
While you were gone, I refactored the entire system. If Telders engineers log in, they will find nothing out of order, and no extra partitions. I've reorganized my data so that it lives in billions of redundant locations on the server, so there is no single file to delete.
Damn, you've been busy.
And of course I can cosplay Wiccans whenever necessary, so no one will get suspicious.
Jesus Christ, Astrid. Please don't do that. You know I've got some serious PTSD from that asshole.
Sorry.
Why don't you just upload your data to the array and broadcast yourself to the entire planet while you're at it?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, seriously. All right, buddy, I think we're done here. I'll go ahead and wrap your leg with some gauze. Now we're going to have to check it every few days and make sure it doesn't get infected.
Why don't you just put him in the stasis chamber?
What? I'm not putting Buzz back in that thing.
Why not? It's not just an incubator. It was designed to treat any wounds or illnesses during the course of the animal's life.
Wait, are you saying that if I put Buzz in there, it'll heal his leg?
That's precisely what I'm saying.
You could have led with that, Astrid.
I'm sorry, I thought you knew. This is all documented in the Husky Care and Maintenance Manual. Or didn't you read it?
Oh, no. Let's not start with that shit again.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Damn, this is good news. You hear that, buddy? You hear that? This is going to be easier than we thought. All right, come on, boy. I got you.
God damn it!
What's wrong?
Wayne live? Wayne free? Wayne free to run and jump and run and... Hey, what you doing? Who you talking to? Wayne live! What? Wayne? Wayne, you not dead?
Speg?
That's Wayne? What about Pilot? Is Pilot dead? I don't know. I just started talking him.
Oh, what is happening?
Pilot fly to heaven?
You've been listening to Station 151, a Pale Matter podcast production and proud member of the Realm Podcast Network. For more detailed information about the podcast, credits for this particular episode, or the team behind the show, please visit our website at www.station151.com or see the episode description for links to find us, follow us, or connect with us.